episode 19 of the Fit Pro podcast. Welcome back to the Fit Pro podcast, listeners. I am your host, Marvin Fayez, and today we are building the wings on the plane as it's going down the runway. This is going to be the first episode of Spitting Fire. The only reason I call it Spitting Fire is because it's stuff that I get passionate about. Stuff that I get really, really freaking passionate about. And today's topic is basically when people complain about the time it's going to take to do something, whether it be a business, whether it be a goal, and then refuse to do it. So I'm trying to think of a title for this. This is, again, guys, you know this already, but this is one take. So I'm thinking on the fly. What do you want to call it? Let's call it, let me open my notes. I'll try and make it quick because this is essentially a bonus episode, but not really, because this should become the norm. I'm going to try and insert an episode in between the 2 interview episodes I have a week. I'm giving you 3 episodes a week and possibly a 4th one. Don't hold me to it. I will endeavor to make it happen. Now, what are we going to call it, guys? The time will pass anyway. So we're going to talk about some famous companies where it's taken them decades to become successful, but they've done it anyway because they've had a vision, they've had a goal. Right now, I had a comment on Facebook today about someone was saying that they know what they want to do, they just don't know how to do it, and it also comes down to risk management and how long they're going to take. So this episode today is going to be about risk management. Like, what do you risk? What have other people risked before to accomplish their goals, their dreams? And how long will it take for you to get there? Now, how long it will take is individual depending on what you're trying to do, guys. There's a few different options here. Whether you are basically either in a smaller, lower entry company, business, etc., say it costs you a monthly fee to be in this company or whatever, a la network marketing. Okay, when the barrier of entry is really, 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 really low, the time sacrifice is really, 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 really high, and when it is low and everybody can do it, when the janitor can do it, when your baby brother or sister can do it, you have to be exceptional at it, and it takes time. It's generally in network marketing, from the real successful people, it's literally a 5 to 10 year plan. Alright, it's not get rich quick. There is no such fucking thing. The only people that get rich quick are criminals. Okay, or you've got this world-changing idea. But even the world-changing ideas, which I'll mention in the few companies that I mentioned today, also take a fucking shitload of time, guys. So the moral of today's story, should I do that now? Should I do it after? I'll do it now, and then I'll say it again after. Don't be scared to do something because of the time it will take to do it. The time's going to pass anyway. The most valuable asset we have in this world is time. It's not money, it's not friends, it's not anything, it's time. Time does not discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're white, if you're black, if you're male, if you're female, what country you're from, what ethnicity, what sexuality. The time's going to pass. 24 hours in a day is equal to 24 hours in somebody else's day. Okay, you can gain more hours in your day by being smarter with your time. All right, there is a process. There's a process to this, and it just takes time to do a lot of things. As long as you keep moving, you can have a business. You can start a business not knowing the steps and plans, but you can figure it out on the way. For me, for my personality, that's how it works anyway. Again, this is completely individual. This is advice coming from me. Unsolicited advice. Take it this way. Hodge twins say it all the time now. This is unsolicited advice. So don't go tell your lawyer, Marvin said it's going to take me 10 years to do something. All right, so let's get into it. A few famous companies. Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows these companies. And one of the big ones, especially in America, not so much Australia, but FedEx. Everybody knows who FedEx is. It's a company that basically is an overnight delivery company. It was actually, created by this guy called Frederick Smith back in 1962. Okay, look, he thought of it back then, so it wasn't really a company. He just thought of it, got it in his head, and started started the process. Now, he became a successful businessman through other means, and he basically created a personal wealth of $4 million. He then took his idea of FedEx, took it to investors. He got another $90 million from investors, and then actually founded the company in 1971. So the process for him was, 1962 he had the idea. He knew that he had to create a certain amount of personal wealth before he could basically go on that venture. So that was almost 10 years later, guys. 10 years later, you had the idea for 10 years. How fucking that's crazy. 10 years. I don't even have shirts. I haven't owned a car that long, haven't owned a phone that long, haven't had a relationship that long, but he had an idea for that long. Okay. So 1971 is when he founded the company. In 1975 is when he first turned a profit, and that was essentially 4 years later. But if you compound the amount of time it took, it was 1962. 1975 is when he first saw his profit. Today, it's a very comfortable company of $3 billion revenue. So, that's years, that's decades, guys. Again, if you're not trying to change the fucking world, which most people endeavor to do, but realistically, most companies aren't going to change the world as we see it. They're going to change your world, they're going to change your family's world, they're going to change the immediate people around you's world. And it takes time, guys. It takes the 5-10 years that you've got anyway. They're going to pass anyway. You're going to either do something you don't enjoy for 10 years, and then you're going to fucking die, or you're going to do it until you're 65, 75, 85, 95, you're going to retire, and then you're going to fucking die. That's the end result. So you may as well go after what you want while you've got the time. Now, I'm actually reading a book at the moment on Phil Knight, the creator of Nike. All right, so Phil Knight created Nike in 1964. It wasn't Nike back then; it was called Blue Ribbon Enterprises, and he was basically a reseller. So he resold another company's shoes, a Japanese company, Onitsuka or something. I can't remember. I'm just actually listening to this book at the moment. Wow, must be coming across ADD. I'm talking really fast, but I'm talking really fast because that's how I listen to these podcasts and these audiobooks, but it's also, I just want to get as much info out as possible and get it into your fucking brain. Alright, so in 1964 he started a company out of the back of his fucking car, reselling shoes. He sold 1,300 pairs of shoes, Japanese running shoes, and he grossed $8,000 back in 1964, so that's pretty cool. The thing with Phil Knight is he put everything back into his company, so he didn't make a profit. He was working part-time as well. Now, by 1971, the relationship he had with Onitsuka Tiger was nearly at an end, so he basically launched his own line of footwear, which we now know as Nike. Honorable mention, Carolyn Davidson, who created the Swoosh logo, Phil Knight paid her $35 to do that. And it was about 2 weeks worth of work, which she did. So the iconic Nike tick cost $35 back in the day. Take that, $5. All right. By 1980, Nike had basically taken over 50% of the market in the athletic shoe market in the US anyway. And that was by 1980. So already, who's good at maths? That's 16 years it took for him to do that. And only in 1980 did the company actually go public. But up until that point, Phil Knight, on paper, with equity and everything else, he was very, very wealthy man in basically his portfolio, but in his bank account it was fucking zero. They were constantly struggling. Now, basically, until they went public, that's the only time they started making a decent amount of profit. So 16 years of nothing, guys. Are you willing to do something for 16 years and get fucking nothing? If the answer is no, you may be in the wrong industry. You may not have the right mindset to be successful in business. And that's, if you want something else, come fight me. All right. So basically, Phil Knight was the CEO of that company even while it was public, and he retired at the start of this year at the age of 78. He started this company, man, when he was, I think, about 24. That's insane. Are you willing to do that? Are you 24 right now and go, I want to create the next Nike? That's what you got to do, guys. That's what you got to do. Now, an honorable mention, only because I love the dude, I love his mentality. He's a bit of a dickhead, but Elon Musk and Tesla and SpaceX, if we're going to mention all of his works, and PayPal. And he had one more. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read that book. But Elon Musk is an absolute risk machine. The reason I say that, guys, is he started one company, then sold it and transitioned into starting PayPal with these few other guys. Sorry, guys, I forget your names. And when they sold PayPal for $1.something billion, he made $165 million from the PayPal deal. He then sunk $100 million of that into SpaceX. So how's that for your fucking risk? More than 50%, guys. Way more than 50%. Way more than 60%. Is it? Someone do maths, but it's way more than 50% for sure. He sunk into a brand new venture. It was literally a few months later. And that was in 2001. And in 2003, he basically founded Tesla, and over the years he sunk about 65 to 70 million into Tesla. That was all the money he made from PayPal. He sank into brand new business. Elon Musk was willing to go to fucking zero. Okay, now not everybody's like that, but if you have the opportunity, if you've got a part-time thing on the side that you're working on and you're willing to go to zero, that's going to force you into situations where, you either hate your job and you want to get out, so you really, really try. Now, the common excuse. So those are the famous companies. If you don't know any of those, you've been living under a rock. But those are some very famous companies, and I think it just what's the word I'm looking for? It just goes to show that if you put in the fucking time, if you put in the grind for those many years, you will be successful eventually, guys. You will be successful eventually. I believe in you. I believe in me. And we just got to believe that you can do it. And you just got to put in the time. You just got to put in the effort. And you just got to basically know what you want and go after it. A lot of people are scared to go after it because, so much time's going to pass. It's going to take me 5 years before I have any sort of business, or every fucking 1 in 9 businesses go bust. That's never going to change. Not with the time, not with your knowledge, whatever. That's always going to be a constant. Business has always been a constant of the strong survive, the weak fall off, and the ones that never try never get started. So that's, I hate to say it, but you got to stop being a bitch and just go after what you want. Okay, this I hope these episodes that I do end up being fairly motivational and a kick in the teeth, a kick in the arse for you to go out there and realize that you're not the only one that's going to that basically has a dream, has a goal, and there's other people out there right now. So for every second that you do not go on the path that you want to and go after your business, go after your dreams, there's somebody else that's already 1 second ahead of you. You got to be competitive. You got to want it. And as long as you are competitive and you want it and you consistently work, consistently grow and try to improve your product, your business, your whatever it is, yourself, guys, improve yourself and keep moving forward. Now, before I finish up, improving yourself, self-development, reading books, reading everything, listening to books can sometimes be a very procrastinatory activity. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now, because people get stuck on that. They get stuck on, I need to improve, I need to improve, I need to improve. If you're reading a book and not doing anything else, you are not moving forward. You are stuck in the same fucking place you were when you started reading the book. Okay? If you're reading books and you're not applying, guys, knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So you got to take that knowledge and use it. Okay, you can't just keep reading, can't keep studying, can't be a fucking lifetime studier. So I hope this episode put it in perspective for you. There's more successful companies out there that have taken longer to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Right? Even if it's a 2-year wait, if it's a 5-year wait, and by waits I mean working your fucking ass off. If it's a 5 years of working your fucking ass off, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do 2? Are you willing to do 6? Are you willing to do 10 without profit? because that at the end of the day will determine whether or not you have the balls, or even just the goals. Same thing, balls and goals are the same thing. But if you got the willpower to see it through when nobody else will, I guarantee you, and on some level, you will be successful. That being said, listeners, this is Fired Up with Marvin Fayez and the Fit Pro podcast. Before I go, I'm fired up right now, and I just want to say a few words. If you haven't already, you need to go to fitpropodcast.com, check out the episodes you love, leave a review, as well as facebook.com/fitpropod. Like the page, share it with your friends. That's where the episodes go up. Also, if you go on the website, there should be a subscriber box. If you subscribe to that, you'll be able to get notifications as soon as the new episode drops, which this episode will go live tonight. And I need to breathe. All right, this episode will go live tonight. And if you haven't already, make sure you head to alphastateapparel.com.au. Pick yourself up some tees. If you like my modeling shot on my website, let me know via Twitter. But again, that's all I have to say, listeners. Keep going. Don't stop. The time will pass anyway, and let's get out there. I want to hear some success stories. If you've got success stories, comment on the Facebook page of the time it's taken for you to be great. On my Twitter, at FitPro Podcast, at me. The time it's taken for you to be great. For you to build a business that you can now say you're turning a profit and you're living your dreams. Let me know. Peace.